comment.
Yes. Comment what you're talking about in that comment. Of
Words. 2C3 podcasts.
Many of them.
Yes.
Many of them.
Many comments.
Don't break me, man.
No.
Well,
that was quick.
what
All
was
right.
that?
I don't know, man. But anyway.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Two's Company, Three's a Podcast, Newcastle's self-proclaimed #1 film, TV, and gaming podcast. My name is Dylan, and as always, with my co-host,
Mitchell, and all aboard the most frequently used bus line in Buenos Aires as we get ready for 2C3 Pod, YO SOY MOVEMENT! The lion fell in love with the lamb. What a stupid lamb. What a sick, masochistic lion.
Nah.
I'm delivering those lines better than the actors in the original film.
Better than the actors.
Oh, big time.
The Lion King.
No, not at
The
all.
Lion King 2.
It's a metaphor. It's
Lion
not...
King 1.5, because I'm pretty sure that movie exists.
Bingo. It's
Yeah.
No, it's Edward Cullen and Isabel Swan from Twilight 2008.
Have I seen Twilight? I know I've definitely seen Eclipse. Is that the third one?
Wait, what? That quote?
No, the movies, the Twilight movies themselves.
Yeah.
The Eclipse. I'm asking you, is that the third one?
I think so. I think it was Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Break and Dawn.
I've pointed out that you know that.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
totally fair.
You know what?
I've seen them.
Those movies, you know what?
Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. I like movies.
This is news to me.
I know.
Anyway, welcome everybody to another
I was
episode of
gonna
Two's
say
Company
yes.
3's a podcast. You can certainly find us on a bunch of different platforms. We're also known as 2C3 Pod. Of course, we've got a little bit of homework to get through. I'm not going to say my name again because we've already done that segment.
Oh,
so
we
I'm
did too.
moving
That's
past
the
that
first
because
thing.
you're waiting for me to do it, aren't I? Anyway, yes. Insert episode name, cue music, insert weekly quote, homework. Check out the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and sometimes Twitter, but mainly Facebook and Instagram. You can certainly find us. Just search 2C3 Pod or at 2C3 Pod, however you want to do it.
That's
It's all
right,
there.
and if you're ever mad enough to actually want to listen to this,
I
we're
know,
available on
right?
every podcast platform you could think of course. Just search 2C3 Pod, Apple Podcast being the good one over there. If you can give it 5 stars, write a little commentary, do that.
I was waiting for the do in that.
Exactly. That definitely helps us out the most. But of course, we have a cliche slogan, of course. Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course, YouTube.
Amazon.
Big Thomas to blow out. Fuck you. This whole episode is just going to be us trying to break each other.
Yeah, well, I've been broken twice now this evening, so
Exactly.
it won't be hard.
It won't be the last.
Anyway, you can certainly find a little bit of merchandise as well for 2C3 Pod over on Redbubble and TeePublic. There's a bunch of different images you can get printed on a t-shirt or a mug or a fridge magnet or a fridge or a washing machine, whatever the choice is.
exactly.
But also Patreon as well, most importantly.
That's right, and so many extra bonuses over there for you patrons out there, and there's 3 very affordable tiers, of course, and the most important little bonus that you get is a shout out at the end, so look forward to that one heading at the end of the show.
Yes.
What else you got for me, Dylan?
I just realised that I have to...
pud?
Oh, a little bit of pud.
You didn't say that was custard.
You didn't say that was...
All right. Anyway.
So I have to make sure, I was just thinking just then, so I'm not sure if anybody heard my little... So I have to make sure that I have to sip my cup of water at the precise moments when I'm definitely not paying attention
Yes.
to what you're saying.
Which, if you are listening to the podcast for the first time, just letting you know, Dylan doesn't pay attention a lot. So there's a lot of safe moments there, but I will definitely try and entrap him in one. That's for
right,
sure.
because there will be a moment where the
yes.
water I'm trying to drink in my mouth comes out my nose. But yes, we've got a cracker of an episode ready to get through, starting off with some movie and TV topics, but mainly movie topics at the moment. After that, we've got a bit of at home, what we've watched.
Of course, exactly.
And then we've got some Trailer Park.
Don't
and
worry
Yasal Pass as well.
for you gaming fans out there. There is a sprinkling of gaming news on there that Dylan will walk you through while I have a lovely nap.
That's right. You can drink all the water you want. I'm sure
Exactly.
you won't break.
That's-
But straight off the bat, this one that I've heard of very recently, and I was kind of surprised that this exists.
Okay.
Predator.
Yes.
For anybody who's a fan of the Predator franchise, you know, there's at least one good movie in there. It's the first one.
Exactly. That's right.
That's right.
Exactly. I ain't got time to bleed.
Exactly. That's
Get to
right.
the chopper.
Yes, of course.
It's an iconic film which we luckily enough got to see on the big screen this year.
Of course.
And there is a lovely YouTube review over there. 2C3 Pod. Check that out. DTCR.
That's right. But after so it was called The Predator, and it was written and directed by Shane Black, who was one of the main characters who died relatively early on in the first Predator film.
Yes.
And there's been Predator 2, Concrete Jungle, or whatever it was called, or that was the game, whatever. Anyway, Danny Glover, Bill Paxton, it was fine.
Yeah.
And then
it was a thing.
Predators with Adrian Brody, and it was basically a rehash of the first one, but on a different planet, and it was kind of boring, but it was all right.
Are we, when obviously not including Alien versus Predator?
Oh, yeah, I suppose we can, because the last one, Predators, with Shane Black, definitely had nods to that.
Okay, right, yeah.
And towards the end, at the very final sequence, which was definitely sort of shoved in there to be very MCU, like to try and broaden the spectrum, it turned out to be like this Iron Man Predator killer suit, which was completely dog shit. The movie, like, the more I watch it, the more I hate it.
Well, stop watching it.
I know, right?
That should be rule one.
But one of the... Before we get into the news this week, one of the other ideas that they had to be revealed at the end of the last movie was when they opened the capsule of what the Predator brought to Earth, instead of being like this stupid Iron Man fucking thing, it was going to be Ellen Ripley with a face hugger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
that would have
young
been
Ellen
tasty.
Ripley.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she is, but
I'm sure she was. Yeah, the face hugger thought so.
Exactly, that's right. Yeah, that's really interesting. I like that a lot.
They were really going to link, the AVP sort of franchises together again.
Yeah.
Essentially, into a more solid continuity. But obviously that didn't happen. But Predator 5 has been in development for some time now.
Yeah.
And they were trying to keep it under wraps, but no.
No, apparently 4 years in the works, and that's I can only imagine. I believe it's Dan Trachtenberg. Yeah, yes.
I have no idea. I'm assuming.
And I believe he said he was been working on it for 4 years, and now it's out in the world, and he's incredibly disappointed that it has been leaked, which would be so fucking frustrating if you've been secretly working on something for that long.
Yeah,
and then it just gets leaked. So that's a little bit depressing. But Predator 5 thoughts?
But at the same time, Dan Trachtenberg, if we say that correctly, writer and director of the best Cloverfield movie, 10 Cloverfield Lane. John Goodman.
Let's just pretend it's the
what's her name that I always forget her name?
Wait. Yeah. No,
The Thing remake, Scott Pilgrim.
Oh my god, why am I blinking now? We love her. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I almost had a heart attack and had to go and apologize to her.
In person, yes.
Yeah, no, she's a big fan. Thanks for tuning in.
And we are big fans of her, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
But, yes, so
clearly.
Dan Trachtenberg was hired to write and direct the next installment of the Predator franchise. Now, I don't know whether this is going to be a sequel or it's going to be its own thing. And there's been speculation of what they could do with bringing the character of Dutch back, which was obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger's character.
Yeah.
My rebuttal to that is we've already seen that attempted twice with Terminator.
I was going to say, not just once, twice.
Yeah, but in saying that, this is written and directed by a dude who's done some great work.
That's right, yeah.
Terminator movies, fair enough, James Cameron and Chris Miller, you can't really turn around and say that they're crap.
Yeah.
But that was just straight up rehash of something we've seen 1,000 times.
That's right.
I don't think, yes, it was great to see Arnold Schwarzenegger back as the Terminator.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't implemented correctly, and those movies sucked for those reasons.
Of course.
So I still think that there is a chance that Arnold Schwarzenegger could be a bit of a draw to return as the character of Dutch if it was done correctly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There is a chance that it could actually work out quite well. But at the same time, honestly, I don't want to even risk it.
Yeah.
Because like you said, in the Terminator franchise, we've seen that be like oh, nice. And then it's just failed miserably.
Yeah.
And it's just been awkward. And then all of a sudden, the Terminator sells fucking curtains. Yeah. And lives at home with a wife and kids.
Yeah,
and,
dumb. So dumb.
Awful.
Yeah.
So, no, I'd be happy to not see Dutch again.
Yep.
As cool as it would be to see that that character in that world again.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why don't you just try again?
Yeah.
You know, like, try and replicate the classic film, you know? Like, don't...
In saying that, they've already done that with Predators, with Adrian Brody's character.
Yeah.
He covered himself in the mud. He was going, ooh, in the bush, you know, like... He did that. It was basically a straight-up rehash. Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
Okay. Well, explaining that it was... I mean, obviously, Adrian Brody is not exactly a massive action star.
No, exactly. I just picture him being sad.
Well, yeah.
Like, that's what he is most of the time.
Yep. Great actor, but still.
No. Yeah, he's good at it.
Yeah, so it just definitely didn't live up to, like, the mantle of Dutch in that character and what they were doing. But they've already done that. I felt that was pretty much a very copied plot
Yeah.
in that film as opposed to the first one. So I'm hoping that there is going to be something completely new. And with obviously the last Predator film, Predators, or whatever the fuck they called it with Shane Black, there was a lot of emphasis on, hey, we're here to find this kid with autism because he's the secret to Earth's and the Predator's evolution because of his autism and things like that. And just watch the movie, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. But it was just very heavy-fisted with those themes, and I kind of think like it's I want to enjoy myself, and I didn't.
Yeah,
and the characters were there. Every single character had their own little quirk, and it was just so hand-fisted, and it was so like drawn up to 100, and it was. Anyway, I like the Predator franchise. I've liked some of the movies, not all of them. I will see the next one.
Of course.
And I do have high hopes because Dan Trachtenberg, who's done one of my favourite movies, 10 Cloverfield Lane, is behind it.
Yep.
And if he did want to actually keep it hidden, that means he's got some passion behind it.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's right. And you'd like to think that there would be, a story worth telling being worked on and hidden in the wings. But, I mean, now that it's out, it's not exactly like it's like, disappointing news that it's out. It's more just he's now going to cop the focus from so many people like yourself going, fucking do it right, cunt.
Yeah. I don't inherently go, oh, Shane Black, you're an idiot for doing what you did. Like, he wrote the film that he wanted to make.
No, exactly. That's right.
So, all power to him.
Exactly. And
it's
the same thing
I didn't like it.
The same thing can be said for Tony Giglio.
With Doom Annihilation.
Exactly. That's right. He made the film he wanted to make. Made a fucking great film. And unfortunately, just didn't get the budget, like as in the backing to actually, make it a real standout film.
And just
it was better than the first one.
And just like that, just like Predators, it was doomed from the beginning because everyone instantly, everyone looks at this with a negative light straight out of the gate.
Yeah, that's right.
So I will be optimistic about it because of the production behind it, but who knows?
You'll give it a fucking chance.
I'll
but
give it a
anyway,
chance for sure.
Moving on to another franchise that is looking to get its first feature film made.
About fucking time.
Yes,
actually,
I was about to say, let's not count our teddy bears before they've been fuzzed.
That's correct.
Beforehand. But anyway,
I love fuzzing my teddy bears.
Exactly, but a game that I'm quite fond of playing, Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, the creator of the game, Scott Cawthorne, has given an update about the feature film, which is obviously going to happen with it being an uberly popular, successful gaming franchise. So obviously, a movie is like the next progression.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he shared some news that everybody that is involved with producing the film and making the film, that's a fucking tradition now, man.
I need to get rid of this fucking shock, man. It makes things worse.
Exactly.
It gets in the way.
Exactly. But he shared some news that everybody who's involved with actually producing and creating the film from the ground up, all of the scripts are being rejected. Just straight up. Yeah, okay. That's the news. I assume you shared the news because of the article headline, but the update on the film being made is that there is still no fucking progress.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Which is unfortunate.
I wanted to include this in this because I know that you've played the franchise, but I wasn't sure whether you were like a big enough fan to be like keen on this.
Oh, no. I'm uberly keen on seeing a movie of this because 100%, because the game's progression through the stories, it may not seem like there's much of a story on the surface, but these are based off books as well. And the books are very detailed. And there's enough story there to honestly fill out 4, 5, 6 movies.
Like, I haven't played these games, but I remember when the first Five Nights at Freddy's came out,
Yeah.
people were, like, fair enough, it was very simple premise. You get a job and you just look after the place at night with these crazy animatronics running around and you have to survive. And that was it. But the more you looked into it, the more lore that people were clamoring for, the more was written about it. Well, and people really sunk their teeth into the history and the lore of the Five Nights at Freddy's universe.
That's right. Well, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 is a very basic bitch game. There's nothing to it. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, it includes a little few Easter eggs and like mini games and stuff. And you're like, what's going on here? By the time you get up past 3, 4, and then sister location, there's this entire sub-story going on in the games. And then there's the books as well, which are just as intense. And honestly, a feature film is just something that needs to happen for this franchise. But apparently there is absolutely no progression whatsoever to the point of them even greenlighting a script to them greenlighting production. There is no progression whatsoever. There is still not a script for a first film in this franchise.
Which is strange because Willis or Wally's Wonderland, starring Nicolas Cage, is this.
I guarantee somebody had seen the game Five Nights at Freddy's and went, oh my god, movie of that. And they just did.
There's no
But these
fucking
guys are
conceivable way in hell
Yeah.
that Willy's Wonderland,
Yeah.
starring at Nicolas Cage at a Chuck E. Cheese-esque style restaurant, fighting evil animatronics, is in any way not inspired by this.
Oh, no, 100%. I would love to sit the writer of the film down and go, how much Five Nights at Freddy's have you played? And
what are you talking about? Fucking Five Nights at Freddy's.
Exactly. I fucking love it. I've beat every game on every difficult mode. I'm so sorry. I've read all the books. Like, yeah, no, 100%. But either way, that's disappointing news for fans of the franchise like myself. So hopefully that is.
I was looking forward to some good news there.
No, exactly. It's disappointing news, but I mean, that's just how Hollywood works, I guess. So hopefully during this lockdown and stuff that the world's going in, and particularly America, maybe somebody can be focused on working on that and perfecting a script for that. So,
I'm also hoping that if a script does get picked up for it, it's not by like a low budget-esque.
No,
like I hope it.
I want a Lionsgate or a Blumhouse to pick up this type of franchise.
That's right. Well, I when I was researching articles to put in there, I obviously included the most recent article for our notes this week. But when there was other articles from a few months back to like June and whatever. I didn't actually open them because they were old, but I should have opened them up to read through them because. Some of the articles, like there was taglines of Blumhouse being mentioned. Yeah. So maybe they were on the list and maybe they've looked at it and gone, no,
I assume that could just be a journalist saying that company would be great for that. You know,
maybe it was us.
Exactly like us right now.
Journalist listens.
Hashtag Blumhouse. Hashtag Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah. You know, yeah, no, absolutely. But anyway, moving on to some more news that is news.
It is news, yes, of course. You know, they're stepping into the world of superhero films again.
How do we do it?
I know, right? Wonder Woman 1984 will be released on HBO Max the same day it comes into theaters for no extra cost.
And that makes complete sense. Now, we are very fortunate to be in our part of the world right now because we are still getting the scheduled releases that haven't pushed back any further, you know. So, and we're getting releases that haven't even made it to America yet. For example, the week that we had off, we missed the Tommy Lee Jones, Zach Braff, Robert De Niro film.
Yes, for sure.
The Comeback Trail. And that we are the only country in the world that has that film right now.
That's crazy.
And there is no scheduled release date for anywhere else except 2021. That's the kind of situation we are in. So we are having this film come to schedule, I believe, beginning of December. I think it's only a week away. It's not this week. I think it's next week.
I think it was either I heard about this or it was Monster Hunter that was being released.
Monster Hunter is the first week in December, so I think it might be the week after.
You sure about that? I heard it was Boxing Day.
No. Boxing Day, no. Boxing Day already has their slate of big lineups.
Right, okay.
Yeah, come on. I run the Alpha Pass.
I was going to say, we'll be talking about that later in the year.
Come on, mate. Come on. I'm sure I'll eat my words next week.
We'll find out.
Anyway, we still have it coming to schedule, but this news is pertaining to America, who obviously the cinema schedule release over there is not very feasible right now, so they are getting it as a bonus on HBO Max, so lucky them. They get HBO Max and a fucking new movie!
Yeah, but sure.
Fuck them!
The article from The Verge says one of 2020's last big blockbusters, Wonder Woman 1984, will simultaneously be released in theaters and on HBO Max December 25th.
Yeah, okay.
Well, so they've in Australia Boxing Day.
They've obviously struck up a deal with HBO to where HBO will give them a flat fee, you know, to cover a lot of the costs. I assume a couple $100 million or something like that, or a few $100 million, and it goes to all of their subscribers for no extra cost, like you said. And that's it. Well, that's like, and then they're going to rely on purely international releases for the rest of the money, you know?
Yeah, and what I wanted to really mention within this particular article, that the idea that they're being released on the same day, like we've had films like The Irishman, which went to cinemas early and then went to Netflix, even though it was like a Netflix production, and we've had like other films like American Pickle, which was that a HBO film?
Yes,
that came to cinemas. You know, obviously, like we'll talk about, like there's more news regarding the Justice League Snyder Cut, which we'll talk more about in Trailer Park or whenever it is.
Yeah, will we?
I'll mention it briefly about what's happening. I won't go into it. But regarding obviously HBO with their release of the DC films and what they're working towards and moving forward with nowadays, what I really like about this is that yes, fair enough, we don't have HBO Max in Australia.
No, that's right.
But we can also go to the movies.
Yes.
Places like the US, they have HBO Max, but they can't go to the cinemas.
Exactly.
So we're both getting this film at the same time. Nobody's really missing out.
No, that's right.
Over there, you just have to subscribe to HBO.
Nobody's missing out except the studio. Like I said, I'm sure they got compensated, but at the same time, they're not going to make as much money. I guarantee.
Well, I reckon, you know, I'm assuming that this film started production before this HBO Warner Brothers sort of deal was struck.
Oh, yeah. So, 100%.
But, you know, as productions move forward, I'm guessing, you know, it's sort of mixed. So I think
I'm sure they've got their hands in each other's pockets.
Yeah, for sure. But I reckon it'll have the same kind of success as any other film releasing on a streaming service.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's also
but
getting in that bonus of the worldwide box office.
It will come down to a team of 12 lawyers on each side and that to figure out the nitty gritty of it, because you can't exactly just say, like, as in, all right, pay us a flat fee, no questions asked. No, you're going to want to know analytics of it, successes on that, you know. So I'm sure there'll be some kind of way, and I'm sure they'll end up breaking even probably with this film, a la Tenet did, you know, kind of thing. Yeah. But either way, it's just the way the world is right now, and we're fortunate enough to still be able to see this in theaters. And there is also another streaming service one that's coming to theaters this very week.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We didn't think we would be able to see because of the streaming service issue, but we will get the privilege, luckily.
Yes, we'll talk about that in Yas or Pass. But the great thing about this is the perfect example of production companies, cinema companies adapting to the times.
That's right.
And essentially allowing this film to come out for everybody at the same time, you know, regardless of your circumstance, really. So unless you literally cannot afford to go to the movies, or you cannot afford HBO Max.
No, that's right.
You know, there'll be ways around it as well, of course.
It's literally a positive move for film lovers of especially the DC world. Yes, the DC world in America. So that's a positive for them.
Absolutely. Cool. Right. The other thing as well, which we'll only talk about briefly because I don't think either of us have enough to really sort of carry this forward for a little bit. It's just fascinating because we've talked about it before.
It's intriguing.
Black Panther 2 is continuing production.
Exactly, and that's quite surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
It's not, but it is.
No, exactly. The world is a cold place and things like that. But literally, Chadwick only passed away late August this year.
Yeah.
So moving forward, we've had September, October, November. 3 months later, and they're already continuing on with production of his film.
Yeah.
It's intriguing. Like, we knew this would happen. Okay, we knew this would happen. I didn't expect it so soon. And I don't know how they're going to have a Black Panther 2 without Black Panther.
Well, from some of the things and the videos and podcasts about this that I've listened to, just to sort of recap what they've said, they may play it off that I'm not up to speed.
Are they going to play off like a multi-universal thing and it's another version of the Black Panther and
not in a different universe?
Spider-Verse?
That would be cool. But
what
essentially in terms of like the character of Black Panther itself, yes, fair enough, King T'Challa was played by Chadwick Boseman, but the mantle of Black Panther itself can be anybody who's worthy.
Okay, right.
So that's what I've heard.
So it's easy enough to just pencil in a new character.
New Black Panther.
But they've got to write off King T'Challa.
King T'Challa, that's right. Yeah, King T'Challa.
Yes.
Who's obviously had such a big, prominent role in the overall MCU.
Of course.
I was about to say MCU universe, but this isn't an ATM. But depending on who's going to play the mantle of Black Panther or whether they're just going to tell a story surrounding that character, I don't know. I'm fascinated to see where they go with this, but at the same time, I wasn't overly keen on Black Panther in itself.
Yeah.
It was, like, obviously there were some great moments in it, but, like, a movie as a whole, I felt it was just another...
Did you feel like it was just a placeholder in that universal trajectory?
Leading up to the Infinity War? Absolutely. But that's that's like all of the MCU films now for me. No. It's just like, you know what? I'll just watch the fillers until we get to the big events.
Exactly. I was going to say, there's probably, out of all of that huge world of the MCU, there's probably maybe 4 films you need to see.
That's right. Yeah. And Black Panther
to get to the final picture,
them, really.
you know? Yeah, exactly. So, no, I get that. It's just intriguing news, especially so soon after his passing, that they've already recast that character.
Well, which makes they haven't recast it, essentially, but they passed the mantle, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. But they've already found that next in line type of thing this soon after the passing, which makes me think, all the studios knew what the fuck was up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they knew that, honestly, the person who takes over the role as Black Panther probably already knew that he had the job months before he passed.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's the way the world works, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. In saying that too, I do believe by them moving forward with it, like they've done with Stan Lee, I'm guessing it'll definitely pay a huge homage.
Oh, God, 100%.
To Chadwick.
Oh, I fully expect this will be done with the utmost respect.
Yes.
100%. I'm not going to question that at all.
Yeah.
But speaking of sequels, okay, we'll go with respect.
There's none here.
Speaking of respect, there's none from this character.
No, for sure. That's right. So moving on to more MCU news, Ryan Reynolds has recruited the writers from Bob's Burgers.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce this. The Molyneux sisters?
I'd say the Molyneux.
Molyneux? Yeah,
Molyneux.
Of course. Because
come on, bro. Come on. Yeah, the Molyneux sisters.
Yes.
From Paris.
Yes. Comment c'est-on, s'il vous plaît?
Croissant. Je m'appelle Michel. Les sacs
I twirl my moustache.
Les sacs de haricots. Beanbag. ladies and gentlemen.
Beanbag.
Beanbag in French.
Speaking of beanbags, Deadpool 3 is apparently in
Mm-hmm.
production, essentially very early production. We know that they've hired the writers from Bob's Burgers to come in to write the film.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it will be connected to the overall Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
And it will be Disney's or Marvel Cinematic Universe's first R-rated movie in the universe.
Now, I'm going to sound like an idiot.
I'm going to call bullshit.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to quickly say I'm going to sound like an idiot. But what were the first two? They weren't a part of Marvel?
No. Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Deadpool is part of the X-Men universe. The X-Men universe was owned by 20th Century Fox.
Okay.
After the buyout.
Yeah.
That's why we haven't seen anything
With our powers combined.
With our powers.
I am Captain Planet. Yes. Captain
down
Planet.
To zero pollution.
He's our hero. Got to take pollution down to zero.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Earth. Speaking of pollution.
Water.
Deadpool 3 is...
Wind.
Fire.
Oh, is it what you done there? Yo, fucking whoopee. Anyway,
yes.
All right.
Anyway, back on track.
Yeah,
so
so
apparently it will be part of the overall cinematic Marvel universe, but it will apparently still be R-rated, hopefully. Whether it will be R-rated to the same capacity as the first two, I don't know.
Oh, man.
And I kind of doubt it, but...
It's terrifying, honestly.
Yeah.
They need to leave this character alone.
Well... Or just keep him separate from the MCU.
Exactly. No. That's what I mean. Like,
or just go balls to the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? And then chuck it on the homepage of Disney Plus and make the kiddies go, "Ooh, Deadpool!"
Yeah,
exactly.
Deadpool.
Yeah. Ooh, unicorns. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But did you want to call bullshit? What were you calling bullshit on?
On the fact that it will be straight up R as hard as
okay.
as the
I thought you
previous
meant
films
as
were.
their first R-rated film, and I'm like, really? What else is there?
Well, when you look at the Disney catalog, what was their last R-rated film? Do they have one?
Lion King 3.5.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
For really bad.
Yeah, the first one too. You know, he fucking dies. He gets
no,
murdered.
I was gonna say, yeah, he doesn't die. He gets murdered.
He gets fucking murdered in front of his kid.
It's manslaughter.
It's lion slaughter.
Rawr. Gotta get Christopher Walken on it.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So that's news.
It is news, but also news. Channing Tatum.
Hey, he's news.
He is
Always
news.
news. How could
He's
he not
always
be?
news.
Come on, that's right. But yes. All right, so we've got Channing Tatum and 21 Jump Street director
Director team.
Exactly.
Yes.
Have reteamed for a monster movie from one of our favorites, Universal.
That's right. Universal is obviously known for their extravagant list of monster properties. You've got Frankenstein, you've got Invisible Man, if you can see him, you've got Dracula, you've got whoever else is part of it.
Exactly.
But anyway, Channing Tatum is back with the team that was obviously prominent for 21.
Wolfman.
Yes, is another one.
Absolutely.
That's Ryan Gosling.
Yes, that's coming out next year.
So 21 Jump Street. Now, we all know how that film turned out. Magnificent. And obviously its sequel as well.
22.
Also magnificent.
Exactly. Fantastic.
And then it ruined the franchise any further because of that end credit scene where they just went through a bunch of different ones.
Which just made you go, oh, I wish. But the fact that they spoofed it that hard, nah.
Yeah.
Nah. But either way.
The collaborators for 21 Jump Street, you'll be familiar with this.
Yep.
Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so they're coming back to with Channing Tatum to produce a monster film. It doesn't specify what monster film it is.
It's completely under wraps right now.
Yeah.
But I'm all on board for this, man.
Yeah.
I'm 100% on board for this. The work that, there's the list right there as well, including Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
But Dracula, the Wolfman, Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, all from Universal Pictures.
Yep.
Honestly, with the streak that they're going on, and they're adding this level of like A-caliber people after already announcing Ryan Gosling for Wolfman and that, you've had Lee Whannell and Elizabeth Moss work on Invisible Man.
Yep.
They're on a fucking roll right now with these monster type films. I have full faith that this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So damn good. And whether Channing is in front of the camera or he's just joining production, either way, it's a win.
Yeah.
And then Phil Lord and Chris Miller, win. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Everything about this team, and then Universal Pictures as well. Win. Like everything about this news is fantastic, and I'm so excited to see what monster they pick.
That's what I'm most excited for.
Exactly, because they also own the Mummy as well. And
well, that's the thing. They tried with the Mummy and they failed, and then they've gone back to the drawing board and have been crushing it ever since.
Exactly, that's right. So even if they retackled one that they've already tackled in the past, and maybe they're just like, let's give it a fresh face with new names, new everything else, and start again.
Yeah,
I have faith faith that it's going to be fucking good.
Yep.
It's going to be decent. So I'm all on board for this, man.
What do you hope it to be? What's next? Frankenstein?
No, exactly. I know, and I honestly think, imagine Channing Tatum as Frankenstein's monster, or as Frankenstein. Either
Sexy
way,
Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly. But either way,
hold on.
What?
As the monster or as Frankenstein himself?
I could see it as either. I could see him dolling up, because you could work the camera to make him look 7 foot tall, but his frame and that might play into a nice Frankenstein. But he could also be a crazy Frankenstein himself, instead of the monster.
I would look at this and go Frankenstein and him creating the monster and telling that story. Because obviously, fair enough, if you look at this, from the producers and directors of 21 Jump Street, you instantly expect this to be an outrageous comedy.
That's right.
Probably not.
No.
It may have comedic elements sprinkled in here and there, but the writing talent is just as good.
Exactly.
For a straight up horror film like Invisible Man, which in itself was more of a thriller, which is cool. So the idea of him, whether it's...
And we've seen that Frankenstein can be told in a comedic way as well, with younger Frankenstein and things of that nature in the past. Right. So it's totally possible that it could be comedic, but take it serious as well.
That's right. And we haven't had too many good Frankenstein films in recent history.
That's right, exactly.
There was that, what was his name? Aaron Eckhart with I, Frankenstein. Oh, haven't seen it. Apparently it's crap.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear good things. But
the idea, I think Channing Tatum as well is a solid enough actor to portray a character as Frankenstein himself, creating the monster. So I'd be down for that.
Exactly, yeah.
But in saying that, get him in the goop and make him the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah,
either way, just do whatever.
Exactly.
I'll be happy with whatever you do.
That's exactly right. But I'm moving on to a little bit of other news that's a little bit surprising, but also totally not, but also I'm fine with.
Yeah?
Netflix has now come out and said, now earlier in the year they had Extraction with Chris Hemsworth be their fastest watched movie ever. Exactly, in the first month or whatever, and it broke records and stuff like that. Now they've broken records with their highest viewed limited series, so obviously not including things like Stranger Things that are recurring series.
Yeah.
But being a limited series, we had The Queen's Gambit with Anya Taylor-Joy, my apologies, and apparently that is the most watched limited series that they've ever done.
Yeah.
Now, I say a little bit surprising because it's about chess.
I know.
And it's Anya Taylor-Joy. I know she's moving up hardcore in the ranks in Hollywood, but she's still not a name. And, man, this has crushed it.
I think that a film like that really proves that maybe she is on the cusp of becoming that name.
Exactly.
Because obviously she hasn't done magnificent films, but everything she's been in that I've seen, including the New Mutants, which we reviewed earlier this year, she's always the best part of everything she does. And another film that I nearly watched, I nearly reviewed for this week, but I didn't. I decided to try something else, and I shouldn't have, was Emma. That's 18th century English, British comedy.
That's right. I remember reviewing that for Trailer Park, and it almost won that week.
Yeah, and it looks fucking magnificent. But in saying that, The Queen's Gambit, I don't know too much about it, but it definitely is on my watch list.
Yeah.
It's essentially Anya Taylor-Joy plays this chess whiz, and the story is revolved around a true story, I believe, I think. And it's making waves. Apparently, the film itself is fantastic, but it's crazy to think
it's a limited series, by the way.
Limited series, yeah.
Well, it's a TV series with a few episodes, but there's no.
What did I say? Did I say movie? Did I?
Yeah, twice. I was waiting for you to say it again to correct it.
I thought it was a movie.
No.
Anyway, so the idea that this is making bank and it's crushing the Netflix box office, whatever you would consider it, as a limited series, is magnificent. Now, when I first looked at this, I was like, how the fuck do they come out with a new thing every time and it always beats the previous thing? Like Stranger Things, for example.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Yes.
That's like Game of Thrones massive.
Yeah.
Almost, probably, whatever.
Yeah.
In saying that, enough people talk about it.
Of course.
How often do you see a Queen's Gambit t-shirt at JJ's? It doesn't happen in comparison to Stranger Things.
No, that's exactly right.
But the fact that it is about a boring-ass game, which everybody knows and loves, by the way, chess is magnificent.
Oh, yes. Checkmate.
Yes. Queens and stuff.
King me.
There's pawns and things. There's little horses.
But anyway, according to the stats, Netflix has reported that in the first 28 days, which is how they gauge their rankings and stuff and records and all that kind of stuff, it was viewed in 62 million households worldwide.
Jesus. So they were all watching it at the same time, basically.
Essentially, over that 28-day period, which is just absolutely nutty.
Yeah.
Absolutely nutty. But, and it was in the top 10 rankings for a considerable amount of time in 92 countries, which is just nuts.
Very cool.
And it got up to number 1 in 63 countries. So that's incredibly good news for Anya. And for a series like this being a limited series, so we're not going to see any more of this. That's really cool. And they're breaking records and stuff. Just goes to go and goes to show what can happen when people are stuck at home.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's all for the movie news this week. We're going to move on to a little bit of game. Yep. We're going to move on to a little bit of gaming news before we get into what we've watched. But the first gaming news topics of the week is all about the upcoming, highly anticipated game Cyberpunk 2077. Now, no doubt you've heard about this at least once or twice.
Keanu Reeves,
yes, was part of the marketing material back when there was some Game Awards or whatever it was.
The nicest vampire in Hollywood.
Absolutely.
Or what's going on with him?
Yeah. Anyway, well, not about him in specific, but the game.
I don't
want
to hear it then. No.
The game itself has been in development for like 1,000 years.
Yes, about 24.
Yeah, for 24, 25. It's coming off, what are they? I can't even think of it.
Due out.
CD Projekt
2077. People were confused.
CD Projekt Red, essentially, are the developers or the publishers for this game, and it's been on for the while after The Witcher 3, which that was their last game.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's been highly anticipated. I still don't know much about it because I haven't looked too far into the actual gameplay. I've seen it like, okay, I kind of, me personally, I avoid the thing that most talked about. You know, I didn't listen to Slipknot because everybody told me to. It's like, fuck off with that shit. So, same kind of deal.
You're too cool for that, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're dope.
I like the indie stuff.
No, that's right, exactly. Like Metallica. Have you heard of Metallica? Pretty fucking cool, man. You should hear them.
But so
heard of Doom? It's like so indie, bro. You don't get it.
We're around the corner from the Cyberpunk 2077 release.
Yes.
Like, it's literally this month. And people have been gearing up for this for ages.
Yes.
It's been leaked.
Oh, wait, what?
There's like physical copies out in the wilderness, and people have been playing them.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, how does that happen?
I have no fucking idea.
What the fuck?
I'm guessing it's delivery, people snatching them. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
it's
bonkers.
not worth your job for starters.
No, but I don't understand. Oh, man, I hate when people do this. For one, it just ruins it.
It ruins the surprise.
Yeah, you ruin the surprise.
That's
Peter.
right.
Yeah, JP Constructions. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
he does. You ruin the surprise. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Got coke in my dude.
That's good.
Oh, exactly.
But yeah, so
don't be sad, Peter. That's why they call it Spoopel.
He does it so well.
I know, John.
But yeah, anyway, the Cyberpunk 2077, there's physical copies have been released. People have played it. People have started talking about it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard too much about whether it's good or bad. I just know that it's out there somehow. But in saying that, if you're waiting for this game, just fucking hold your horses.
But also, if the release date and I assume online activity involved with the game, if the game hasn't been released yet, shouldn't a physical copy not work yet?
Well, I mean, good point. You know,
they should be able to just block the download.
Potentially, yeah. Like,
it seems smart. Don't release the available download until the release date.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure if people are actually like ripping in and like they're probably not streaming it. There's probably a block on that. But whether they're actually playing it or whether they're talking about it, you know, I just know that it's out there, and like people have.
It's disappointing.
Yeah,
very disappointing.
People have experienced it essentially.
Yeah.
But on the good news about Cyberpunk 2077, that it's been pushed to this release date. Obviously, there's 1,000 things to talk about regarding its development, but the big one is regarding Twitch and Facebook and YouTube game streaming as of late.
Okay.
No doubt you've heard about the DMCA strikes about copyrighted music.
Yeah, it's a very, very depressed version of the YMCA. Continue.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Anyway, Twitch and all that, people have had their
DMCA.
It sucks.
It sucks to play at the DMCA.
Anyway.
All right.
Cyberpunk 2077 will have a streamer mode to avoid DMCA strikes.
Well, that's good.
They're implementing something within the game that'll stop a person who's trying to stream the game have the in-game music cause them to have a DMCA strike.
Well, that's good, and it's good to see that a game that is coming out very fresh and is one of the most recent games to be coming out has taken those steps to avoid things like that happening. So it looks like the gaming industry is learning from these types of situations.
Well, that's
which
the thing.
Is good.
Like, Twitch themselves and the companies involved aren't doing really anything to stop it. There's 1,000 different things that could be done. There's 1,000 things that people are saying that could be done, but who knows what the real answer is.
Yeah.
But it's good that there's an option being implemented into these games themselves to stop streamers from getting in trouble for playing their games.
No, and it seems like something that gaming companies will be definitely doing moving forward as well to avoid those types of situations.
I know another company called New Blend Interactive that do make a lot of sort of indie first-person shooter development.
Yeah,
and they've just posted on Twitter and such saying, pause the in-game audio of the game that you're playing and play our soundtracks because they won't get copyrighted because there's no copyright on them.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it works.
Try and get some traction from that.
Yeah, that's right.
Why not? All right.
The other bit of funny news is that people have tried to purchase PS5s, release dates, but their deliveries have been cat food.
At least the cats are happy.
Right? The cats are like, fuck yeah, more food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That is insane. And this is an Australian news article as well from 7news.com.au.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazon UK is investigating several customers reporting opening parcels that were meant to contain the newly released PlayStation 5, only to find pet food. Now, the funny thing is, when you scroll through this article and you see the Twitter posts from various different people posting, like, hold on, my package is including of cat food. It's not just the one brand of cat food. It's not like they just sent everybody Whiskers.
It's not just cat food either. There's also some dog food thrown in there as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a George Foreman grill.
Oh my
somebody
God.
got a Nerf gun. Like, most people have been getting cat food, but people have been sent all kinds of funky things instead of a PlayStation 5. Imagine how disappointed you'd be when you open up that parcel.
I'm honestly, as I went through the article, I'm honestly a little bit more disappointed that there was other things like a Nerf gun and a George Foreman grill, because I thought this may have been one of the greatest mob syndicate things ever, where they're like, fuck them. We're going to give them fucking pet food.
Cat food, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What about dog food? Fuck off, Tommy! We don't have time for your pussy shit.
Yeah,
cat all about the pussy food, all right?
Yeah.
No, I thought this might be one of the greatest fucking scams ever.
And it would have been the greatest experience of our life.
Save it for Trailer Park, my friend. Save it for Trailer Park. But no, that's fucking hilarious. The fact that there's this like animal food. There's probably some pet shop employee who's just raking it in right now. And he's taking home discount pet food, stopping Amazon people on the. That's insane.
Yeah.
What is the world?
I don't know, but it's fucking hilarious at some point.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, little Timmy's going to be so excited to unwrap. Imagine if it was parents getting the box and they go, oh, we're not even going to open the delivery box. We'll just cross out the we'll wrap the whole thing in that, and then little Timmy's there waiting on to Christmas morning. He's
They've had the box waiting for 4 weeks.
Is this what I think it is? And he shakes it and it goes. He's like, oh,
it's heavy.
Are you sure it's not broken? All of a sudden, Whiskers.
Yeah, I know. That'd be fantastic.
But if it's Purina, don't complain. They're expensive.
They are. Yeah,
Purina.
Sure.
Yeah.
Keep it. There's just no getting refunds.
There's
on that.
profit to be made there.
That's right.
Head into the schoolyard with one of those big fucking coats with like Purina. They're like, hey, what's your cat eating? Oh, home brand. Well,
can you get some of this shit?
Yeah, salmon and chicken.
$5.
$5. 2 for 6.
2 for 6. Yeah, we'll do your deal.
All right.
Anyway, last little bit of gaming news this week has come out of a developer which I'm personally a huge fan of. IO Interactive, popular from the Hitman franchise.
Of course, one of your favorites.
Second favorite on the list.
Yeah,
absolutely. They've announced their next project. Now, they've usually done only Hitman games over the last number of years, but they've announced 007.
Well then, and this is their first dabble into that universe?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, do you know at all who the last company was to try a 007 game?
No, but I just know that
has it been a while?
It's been a while. I know that there was movie tie-ins of
Skyfall and shit like that, and
I'm not even sure Skyfall. I know that there was like a GoldenEye remake, because GoldenEye from the Nintendo 64 era was obviously revolutionary.
Fucking boss.
That's right.
That's a great game.
But then there was other ones after that, but none of them have been smash hits. They've all been pretty stock standard first-person Call of Duty-esque kind of shooters.
Yeah.
When was the last time you watched 007 just run through with an M60 mowing down like 50 dudes at a time?
I have no idea.
He's a spy. It doesn't happen.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even, that was a trick question, you bastard.
That's it.
Yeah, fucked me.
So for the company that's responsible for the Hitman games, which is essentially 007, but he's bald and he's a Hitman, I think that's an absolutely fantastic choice.
That's
and
a good
so
home
far,
for it.
there's literally been no negative word about this. Everyone's gone, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will watch this progress.
That's right. Yeah, for sure.
No, that's totally fair, man. Yeah, no. That's awesome.
So all the Hitman fans out there, like myself, and 007 fans, if you're into those video games, get excited. But guess what? It's also time to be excited for At Home with 2C3 Pod.
Oh, look at you with the catchy jingles.
That's
not your role. What are you doing, you sneaky devil?
Off you go.
Oh, exactly. We're on our way home down the street. Here we come. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, anyway, At Home. I'm going to take this one straight off the bat because I had a much quieter week at home. As we mentioned pre-show on Facebook Live 2C3 Pod and Dylan 2C3 Pod on Twitch.
Yep.
In the pre-show chit-chat, I watched a hell of a lot of Arnie Donners on YouTube this week, and that filled out a lot of my watching time this this week.
Very good.
And it was not regretful at all. I absolutely
you
love it.
haven't-
I still haven't finished, and there's so much more to go.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I adore these guys.
There's more on their Facebook page.
Oh, fuck. Well, there you go. Exactly. So I'll be looking out for that. That's always
They have
fun.
a podcast as well, or they used to at least.
Yeah, my podcast library's already chock-a-blocks.
Stacked.
Exactly,
Yeah.
chock-a-blocks, with Tuesday through pod.
Yeah.
Nah, anyway, and I had the chance to watch one film this week, Keeping Mum, which is a fantastic film on Stan. It is from 2005, starring Rowan Atkinson, of course, and, of course, the legendary Maggie Smith as well. Patrick Swayze's in this as well. It's a fantastic film. It was one of my streaming recommendations probably about a month or so ago.
Yep.
So if you like a good bit of British humour and a movie that teases so much fucking violence, but you don't get any.
Okay.
But you don't get any in all the right ways. It's like a thriller mystery, and there's just brutality and murder all over the place, but you don't see it because it's a wholesome English village, it's very fucking good. It's very good. It's a very clever
very cool.
comedy. Yeah, it's fantastic. So Keeping Mum, available on Stan for Australian listeners.
Yep.
Otherwise, I don't know. But check.
Fair
It's
enough.
great. If you like Rowan Atkinson, you'll love this film.
Oh,
He's
for
fantastic.
sure. Everybody loves
Everybody
Rowan
else
Atkinson.
plays their part to a T.
Absolutely.
And Patrick Swayze as well.
Very good. Anyway, I got to watch a new one from Amazon this week. Actually,
Yes.
I attempted to watch a few.
Yes.
The first one on the list, though, before I get to the meat of my at-home review, is one that's available now on Amazon as well.
Yes.
Which was the last film that you got to see in cinemas before lockdown in Australia happened.
Yeah,
And,
please.
Okay, I tried my best to watch Bloodshot. Vin Diesel's Guy Pearce's Bloodshot. Oh man, that movie sucks.
Dude, it is so fucking bad. And I had to sit through the cinema for that, so I
Yeah.
had to pay for it.
I was lucky enough
And-
to fall asleep towards the end.
Oh, you lucky fuck, because I don't think he got to one of the worst fucking action scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
I didn't really want to be honest. I was struggling to sit through it as it was.
That's right. And over on our YouTube page, there is a review of me telling you about this film and telling you why it's a piece of shit. So I'm surprised you even gave it a chance. But props to you for giving it a go, but I don't think it deserves any more fucking airtime because it's dreadful.
Yeah. My problem with this is that it is pretty much like a horrendously shittier version of the RoboCop 2014 remake.
Dude, it's...
A soldier or a cop dies on the field, gets brought back as a robot type thing, gets sent out, realizes that the people who made him aren't on the level with him.
Yep.
It's the same fucking plot, except Vin Diesel sucks in comparison to Joel Kinnaman.
Yep.
Even
Guy Pearce, who I love, couldn't save it.
Guy fucking Pearce. The dude deserves like all the Oscars known to man. He's phenomenal. And in this, he just kept spouting at the fact that Vin Diesel was a $1 billion project, and never really explained whose $1 billion project. What?
Exactly.
Anyway,
it's stupid.
Don't
give it anymore.
Oh, this movie.
Stop.
There was one redeeming moment.
Stop.
And that was just the scene you saw in the trailer where he's going up against and he's shooting down those guys like in the tunnel, and he like puts like the holes of his eyes, and he's going after Toby Kebbell. But if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the whole movie.
Wait, but you literally just said the best part of the movie is where he stands and looks through holes.
No, that scene where he's just coming through and wrecking shit.
It's not enough.
No, it's not enough.
No,
I'm saying that's the only thing about this film that I would commend. But other than that, everything else around it, Bloodshot, sucks.
Yes.
I also got my Christmas on. I rewatched The Grinch from 2000. Jim Carrey, The Grinch.
Yeah.
I was reading reviews. That's got like a 6.5 or like a 5.5.
I know.
It's a great fucking movie.
It's gone down as more as a cult film.
I've watched this movie like at least once every Christmas time for the last 4 or 5 years, and I'm still picking up on shit that I don't remember.
Dude, it's fucking
And I was
fantastic.
like, Taylor was like sitting there, and I was lying on the lounge, and I'm going, I'm giggling like a fucking school kid at like, oh my, The Grinch. It's fucking phenomenal.
No, it's
great movie.
Absolutely, I could not agree with you more. We, my sister and I put it on for our kids while we had lunch a couple of weeks ago. And just it's just fantastic.
It's a fantastic
It's
movie.
so fucking good. And Jeffrey Tambor as well, like as the mayor of the, who's like, everyone in that film is fantastic. Ron Howard's brother, I can't remember his name, but he's in there as well. It's fucking great. Whole thing.
I watched 5 minutes of Dora the Explorer, The Lost City of Gold.
Yeah, and?
I mean, the 5 minutes were fine, and I think I will return to it another time.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I just wasn't quite in the mood for it at the time because I just come off watching The Grinch.
I did a DTC review for it because it was great.
I know.
It was great.
You said it was great.
It was great.
I didn't grow up with Dora the Explorer, obviously.
I didn't either.
And I remember
my kids did.
We watched the trailer originally, and we were like, you know what, that movie looks quite good. You went to see it.
And it is.
Yeah. So I got to the point where she's like, she's at high school and she's realizing that she's a loser. I was like, okay, this is getting a little depressing. I want to watch something else.
Oh, it doesn't last long.
I would imagine so.
Fucking monkeys, bruh.
I will go back to Dora the Explorer and the Lost City of Gold at a later point in time.
Do it, man.
But my main review this week is of the Amazon exclusive Palm Springs.
Yes, is this the Andy Samberg film?
Yes, where we reviewed this for Trailer Park a little while ago.
I'd say about 4 months ago. It's been a while waiting for this.
Andy Samberg, Kristen Milioti,
Yep.
Peter Gallagher, and J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
They star in this romantic comedy film, which is also kind of like a science fiction thriller, essentially where these two characters are at a wedding and they get sucked into this time loop where as soon as they die or fall asleep, it's Groundhog Day again.
There you go.
Edge of Tomorrow, that kind of deal. But there's a scientific element to it where there's this...
Don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it, but
Please.
there's this cave that they crawl into where it also kicks off.
Yeah, no, that's in the trailer.
But yeah, like over obviously the time that they spend together, they become friends and they're not sure whether they should go any further, and then they do, and then it resolves. And
stop it!
Overall,
I'm gonna watch this film.
It's a great time.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
If you're interested in Palm Springs, you've seen the trailer to it. J.K. Simmons is fucking hilarious.
He's great in everything. Honestly,
I'm not a huge fan of Andy Samberg as a whole, but he is a great actor, and I think he is good. In this film. And Kristen Milioti, however you pronounce that, she's also great as well. So overall, Palm Springs, if you like the idea of that, definitely check it out.
Absolutely.
It says here on the poster Hulu, but it's on Amazon and it's an Amazon exclusive. Apparently.
No, that's right. Exactly.
So,
definitely
check it out.
I think it's just a case of Hulu had it because it was mid-year that it came out on Hulu, and now it's on Amazon. I feel like it's an Amazon International. For places who don't have Hulu. So, I can't wait to check this out. They've been playing this trailer in the cinema as well. I don't know if you've had it, but I've seen it. I've seen it 2 or 3 times in the cinema as well, but it's not coming to cinemas. They're just advertising it for Amazon. So, I'm very excited, and yes, I will definitely watch that this week. I'm very keen for that one.
Excellent. Well, it's a bit time to play on that old trope, but in saying that, it's got a bit of
Oh, Betty Sue, my cousin wife, it's time to head on down to the trailer park. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to head on down to the trailer park and visit my cousin wife, Betty Sue. Oh, this is the part of the week where we review the freshest trailers that have come to the interwebs this week. And oh boy, do we have a full trailer park this week. Oh boy. Oh my God, it's time to get that spit rolls going on, and we're going to get the hot dogs cooking and get the cooking out going and get me a Budweiser. Betty Sue. It's time to talk trailer.
It's time to talk trailers.
Are you ready for this one? And we're going to give it a rating of a big summer blow or a big summer blunder, whether we think the film's going to be good or whether it's going to be crap.
That's right. Definitely tune into this as well. So if you're listening to this podcast, of course, I mean, if you're with us while live streaming, it's fine. Just listen to us ramble on about them. But if you're listening to the podcast, please, for the love of God, pause the podcast, watch the trailer, and then come back to what we talk about.
That's right. Or if you're driving, we recommend pulling over before you do that.
That's correct.
2C3 Pod recommends safe driving. All right. Now, let's kick it off, shall we? Chaos Walking. Kicking off Trailer Park this week, we have a weird one. Tom Holland returns to, I assume, the big screen in this Lionsgate production, and probably the greatest experience of his life.
Oh, no doubt.
Yes, a Lionsgate production about a dystopian world where, as strange as it sounds, there are no women. But on top of that, if that wasn't strange enough for you, how about this? World full of only men. And they can hear and see each other's thoughts. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of frustrated minds without women. But anyway, one day a spaceship of sorts crashes and a lone survivor, a woman, arrives. And the men freak out because A, vagina, and B, they cannot see or hear her thoughts. So now Tom Holland must protect her from the evil Jonas brother before they, I assume, rape her or something. Let's find out. February 2021.
You can find out.
No, I'm good. Dude. Oh, man. All right. Tell me.
Okay, so the film stars, obviously an A-list cast of actors. You've got Daisy Ridley. It's good to see her getting work.
Nothing wrong. Yeah, okay.
Star Wars usually kills the careers of those who, are the forefront of those films.
Yeah.
Obviously, being the lead actress, it's good to see her doing other things. You've obviously got as well Tom Holland, as you mentioned. We've got our Mad Mikkelsen, as we said from last week, and a bunch of other actors as well, Nick Jonas included, who's also a good actor.
He's not bad.
Yeah.
No.
Sure.
Out of the 3 of them, he's one.
Yeah, he is one. Yes,
that's
of course.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
Anyway,
maths.
Basic maths. As you said, this is a film set around people on a particular planet.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They say this planet, but they've got horses and they all speak English and they're all dressed in regular human clothes. Anyway,
and I think they're all white.
Don't remember any black people.
Oh wait, there was a black woman who came later.
Was there?
Spoiler alert, they're coming.
Maybe it's all the spaceship of just all black women.
And all the women turn up and go, this makes sense. Like, you want to do this?
Yeah.
So
anyway, so
no.
Daisy
Come
Ridley's
on, try and talk
character-
about it.
Daisy Ridley's character comes to this planet and meets up with these blokes, and there's only blokes.
Yep.
No women. She's the only woman, and they all freak out, as you said. And their internalized thoughts appear as like a speech bubble kind of deal.
Yeah, it's like a fog around their head.
Yeah. So like when Tom Hardy's like, nice to
Tom Holland.
What did I say? Tom
Hardy. Yeah.
Wow, I wish.
It's great to be here.
Got me.
Yes. Yeah. So when Tom Holland, when she turns up, he's like, "Who are you?" And then they're like overhead. There's like a cloud of like her. There's like a cloud of oh my god, it's just streaming.
Yeah.
There's a cloud of her, and his mind, without him speaking, just says like as in, "A woman. Who's the woman?" Like, yeah, I've never seen her before.
Yeah.
Like,
this movie,
and he's not moving his mouth. He's just looking at her, going,
Yeah.
Like,
so
I don't
know.
No.
Is this? I don't know.
No,
I don't think this movie is trying to play to the trope of, what would it be like if you could read the minds of blokes? I don't think that's it. I think this is just a shitty idea.
I'm pretty sure this is a sci-fi film. It's based off a book, so I'm sure the book is great, but put it on screen with Tom Holland and we got ourselves a little bit
of his life.
We got a bummer of a film. All right, big summer blunder for me because I don't care.
I don't care either, moving forward.
Fucking A. All right, moving on to One Night in Miami.
Not One Night in Paris?
No,
damn.
Oh, that is Paris. No, it's One Night in Miami. Shut the fuck up. Our second trailer this week combines the forces of the civil rights movement in America with the power of Amazon Prime to bring us yet another autobiographical film about four men who made a difference. Now, every trailer park there is a film about civil rights or black rights, and Dylan and I know we are not that demographic. But every now and then, one of those films stands out and draws us in. Well, I can't speak for Dylan, but this one has drawn me in. One Night in Miami tells the story of four of the most powerful black men in the US meeting up for one night to discuss the ever-changing landscape of American history and black power. Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke all get together and reason as to why they can make a change. Seems fascinating to me. Coming to Amazon January 15.
As you said, you hit the nail on the head. It's not for our demographic at all, but it does open us up to the world of what happened with these particular names in this particular period of time and what they went through.
That's right.
The thing that really stands out to me is the casting. And how great Muhammad Ali's actor looks as Muhammad Ali, for starters.
It's fantastic.
One Night in Miami, essentially, in terms of like the attempt of black power, essentially, in that particular time period where they were trying to embrace that. This film is centered around Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke.
Yes.
If you know anything about your American black history, essentially, you'll know those names. Me, personally, I don't know a single fucking thing apart from Muhammad Ali was a great boxer. And Malcolm X was a name in black power.
No, that's right. I believe he was a reverend, like a reverend preacher of sorts. Yeah, exactly. And Jim Brown, footballer, Sam Cooke, singer.
Right, okay, cool. That explains it. Yeah. So, these four powerhouses essentially come together to try and figure out a way that they can bring, obviously, a more positive light to
just talk about
the black community, essentially,
no, that's exactly
what they
right.
can do.
Yeah, and it just seems like a really fascinating story that is definitely going to be told over like a 24-hour period.
Yep.
And I like movies like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I like them based around one key event, and this is one that I didn't even know happened.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I would never have thought of putting Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali in the same room. Like same time period even, let alone for a night discussing and being friends,
So do you know if this is based on a true story or is this...
Yeah, no, as far as I'm aware, this is based on a true story about the four of them just for one night happening to be in the same area, and they're just like, let's make a night of it, and they're four very influential people in their fields.
That's right. Now, at least... like almost every week, except for maybe a few, we do have at least one release of a film, like within Trailer Park, that is more focused on black history, revolving around those types of characters and, that kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
And I always keep forgetting to add them to my watch lists on these streaming services because each time that we go,
many films
they look fucking great.
Yeah.
But when I was looking for things to watch on Amazon the other day, when I finally sat down to watch Bloodshot, there was another one of those films that we looked at with Michael B. Jordan. He played a lawyer trying to defend Jamie Foxx, who was falsely accused of
Mercy.
murder.
Something about Just Mercy? No Mercy?
Just Mercy, I think it is.
Yeah.
That showed up in my recommendations. I was like, bam. So
Yes.
it's added to my watch list.
Good.
I haven't checked it out yet, but this is
please
another
do.
one
Yeah.
because of Amazon. Amazon.
Yes, of course.
This is going to be one I'm going to add to the list of things I do want to definitely watch.
Yep.
It definitely looks good. As I said, I don't know anything about the history, but I'll be intrigued to find out.
Absolutely.
Big summer blowout.
Yep, big summer blowout. Absolutely agree with you. All right, third trailer this week. Let's move on to Pieces of a Woman. I'm not sure which ones, but we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Hello, Netflix original film, and hello, Shia LaBeouf. Shia and lead actress Vanessa Kirby had this Netflix exclusive film about a woman who wants to give birth to a baby at home with the assistance of a midwife. After the baby tragically does not survive, the story follows of the two of them as they struggle to grieve and move on in a life they were not prepared for. This story seems so incredibly hard-hitting and may very well be uncomfortable to watch at times, but boy does it look like a wild ride. Heading to Netflix 7th of January 2021.
This is the film that's telling the story of a couple who have been through something tragic that I can't relate to. So I'd imagine for those people that have gone through something like this with the loss of a child or a stillborn, whatever the situation may be, I reckon that would be fucking heartbreaking to watch.
I don't think you could.
Yeah, honestly, you probably can't. So maybe this film isn't for you, but maybe it's good for people like me who haven't gone through this to give the perspective.
No, that's right.
So it does look fantastic. As a drama film, telling that story, the way that the trailer conveys the performances of the actors, with most importantly Vanessa Kirby and Shia LaBeouf, our Lord and Savior Shia LaBeouf.
Absolutely. Praise be.
Praise be his name. It looks absolutely magnificent. And the fact that it's coming to Netflix early next year, this is one I really want to sit down and focus on.
No, absolutely.
Honestly, it does. Obviously, the story itself is heartbreaking, but I'm more there for the performances and the storytelling. It definitely looks like it's one of those finer films that's really written with a fine-tooth comb.
Oh, yeah.
And it's pieced together very emotionally driven.
That's exactly right. This one, to me, like you just said, emotionally driven, but the way the trailer and the acting is perceived, this one very much screams Marriage Story to me in that sense. You know, a very serious Netflix film with serious talent, serious concept, and
telling
very
a relatable sort of concept and story. That of course, Marriage Story was like I kept seeing Adam Driver's face when I was talking about it. Watching it.
Exactly. So I can see this being a big summer blowout.
Yes,
this looks like a hell of a good time and one that is going to be very, very uncomfortable to watch. And I imagine won't be for everybody, but for who's ever willing to give it a chance, I'm sure it's going to knock it out of the park.
I've got the list to open here. So the score is by a man named Howard Shore.
Oh, why do I know that name?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
and some other massive projects, but the one that I distinctly remember is Lord of the Rings.
My immediate thought was Howard Stern, and I'm like, what the fuck is that dude doing making music?
No,
exactly. Get back behind the microphone.
No,
but anyway,
Howard Shore.
All right, two more trailers to. That's incredible. I love that. Netflix, man, shilling out the dollars.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, moving on. We've got two more to go. Here we go. Tom and fucking Jerry.
Right? Ripped straight from the early 2000s.
Fucking A. They are back, ladies and jelly beans. It is the modern day return of two absolute legends of the animation world, and better yet, coming to a live action and yet still completely animated film. That's right, Tom and Jerry are back in the modern world, and yet they still look exactly the same. I absolutely love this. I grew up watching these two at my grandmother's house, and holy shit, I could not be more fucking excited to see what they get up to. And as I said, best part is, they look exactly the same. Bravo Hollywood for not ruining this. An absolutely stacked cast works around the feline and rodent. I could not be more excited to check this one out coming March 2021.
Can we talk about the cast first of all?
Oh, rip into it.
Tom and Jerry.
Yes! Thank you for doing that. Absolutely.
But yeah, as you mentioned, live action, but essentially the characters of Tom and Jerry are animated over the top of live action. And when I said earlier, ripped straight out of the early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, this has got that Space Jam kind of vibe where you've got this live action setting with these characters that are animated over the top. And I haven't seen one of those in a long time, especially for an older property like Tom and Jerry. I didn't grow up with Tom and Jerry like you just mentioned. The few moments throughout my life where I have sat down to watch them for 5 minutes or so, it's bonkers.
It's fantastic, dude.
It's great.
I used to re-watch the VHS tapes.
It's mindless animal violence.
Exactly. It's the itchy and scratchy of real life.
Yeah.
But I just cannot stress enough how much I am proud of Hollywood.
Yeah.
For the fact that they literally, all right, we're going to do a Tom and Jerry movie. Okay, it's going to be live action. So they're going to be animated? Yes, of course. Okay, no worries. Should we zhuzh it up for the 21st? No. They fucking literally took how they looked in the 80s and just went, all right, slap it on today.
Yep.
Bang. That's all they need to do. And I'm sure myself and other Tom and Jerry fans are stoked about that.
Hopefully.
Exactly.
Hopefully.
And the trailer looked pretty funny.
That's right,
It looked fun. Like, I've got nothing against this.
You've got a great cast as well. Chloe Grace Moretz obviously looks like she's playing like the main fiddle human character.
Yes.
Michael Pena as well. Rob Delaney, Colin Jost, and Ken Jeong as well as like a chef or something.
Yep. Yeah, he was in there.
Essentially, the story from the trailer lives that Tom and Jerry are going to the big city, which is the classic overused cliche trope, and I love it. This particular hotel that they all work in, they've got a rodent problem being Tom? No, Jerry. Jerry's the mouse. Being Jerry. And then they hire Tom, the cat, to deal with it. And they get up to all their wacky shenanigans.
Exactly. That's all you need, man. That's all you need. And everything about this trailer screams big summer blowout. I love this. And I'm sure the film is going to do it justice just based off animation alone. I cannot get over the fact that they just decided to stick with the classic look instead of trying to fuck it up like Sonic and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, looking at this essentially, originally intended as a live-action / computer animated film in 2009, it was been in development hell ever since, and they were kind of going back and forth with what they should do. And obviously, they eventually got their shit together and decided
just went, fine, we'll just do it the old way.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. Yep. Simple. So, big summer blowout. Very keen for that. All right, last trailer this week. We have Breach, also known as Anti-Life, I found on the interwebs. Oh. Yes. Jesus, where to begin with this one? We have the legend of straight-to-DVD himself, Bruce Willis, getting amongst the overtold story of sci-fi action terror and slinging awful one-liners aboard a huge spacecraft heading for New Earth. As the citizens of Earth take a 6-month voyage to New Earth, there is a terrible alien or something that is turning crew members and survivors into mindless zombie-like creatures. Oh, lordy. What are they going to do about this? Seems like they're in a bit of a pickle. Can Brucey save them? Let's not find out together come December. I chucked that in there.
I know.
Yeah.
All right.
I chucked it all in there. What am I talking about?
You did chuck it all in there. You wrote the whole thing. Bruce Willis, Johnny Mentor, Thomas Jane, who I love, by the way, and a bunch of other actors.
From one of the greatest movies ever, The Mist, with one of the greatest Hollywood endings ever. Boo. The Mist. Check it out. And if you've seen it...
The Punisher.
I guess, but The Mist.
The Punisher.
The Mist.
The Punisher.
The Misty Punisher.
Ooh, the Punisher Misty.
Anyway, love those sequels.
Breach, starring Bruce Willis, science fiction action film set on a spaceship heading to New Earth, and there's like zombies and such. So, Pandorum, Doom films,
please,
Event Horizon,
do it. Keep going, baby.
Infinity.
I'm getting hard.
I wouldn't count Resident Evil, but close enough.
It's Resident Evil on a spaceship.
Yeah. So this film is just the same as all of those other things, except with Bruce Willis and slightly worse visual effects. And I think, when you watch the trailer, I don't know why I clapped then. You watch the trailer and they reveal the look of the monster in the trailer.
I felt left out.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
They reveal the look of the monster in the trailer, and I honestly think the reason they've done that is because it's like, well, this doesn't look great to begin with, so hopefully this doesn't draw too many people in, and then they go, oh, this thing looks like shit, so they know what to expect before they go to see it.
Exactly.
Are we getting this in cinemas? I don't think so.
I fucking almost guarantee we will with the way this year is going. I'm sorry, if we get fucking Force of Nature, they're at least going to go, hey, Bruce is on a spaceship. Yeah. Let's come on, Bruce. Let's
He's on the front of the poster.
Australian box office, man. 150 grand made this weekend. #1 film, Australia. Look at that. We'll put that on the DVD.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
Speaking of DVDs, going back one step to VHS, we were in our local Big W the other day, and there's like a board game thing, a Blockbuster.
Oh, cool.
And it's in like an old VHS case.
Oh, nice.
And it's like a little car park thing, and it's movie trivia, essentially.
Oh, buy it.
Right?
Yeah, Christmas.
Yeah. I took a photo of it, so I remember to buy it later.
Good.
After payday.
Fucking ate it.
Yeah.
100%.
Magnificent.
All about that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway,
back on track. I worked in a video store?
Did you work at the video? I'm sure you'll tell me one day.
Yeah, I know. I should get into that.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'll watch this.
Yeah.
I definitely will. Because this screams everything that I want to see in film. I'm not going to say everything I like in film, but everything I want to watch in film.
I was already not on board, and I almost stopped the trailer when I heard him with a flamethrower say, did somebody order barbecue?
And they all go, oh, yeah.
Did somebody order barbecue, Bruce? I'm sorry, you got paid enough to say that fucking line that has literally been said 18 fucking times in the same scenario. Fuck off. Fuck off, Bruce Willis.
I know, right?
fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't even want to watch Die Hard this year because of him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Don't let the new things ruin the good things. You know?
But this thing has nothing to do with that, except that bald motherfucker.
Speaking of remakes as well.
Fuck.
Another thing that I thought about today while I was watching the film that we reviewed for this YouTube segment that's coming very soon for the film Fat Man.
Fat Man.
You know how we talked about a RoboCop development film?
Yeah.
How it's like a sequel.
You say we, but I mean,
Me.
You danced around.
Obviously, when we talk about Abe Forsyth's Australian actor coming together to produce and direct the new RoboCop film, most likely starring Peter Weller returning as the main role.
Yeah.
Which is weird because he's super old. How are they going to do that? Obviously, heavy CGI.
Yeah.
Dude, Walton Goggins is like the perfect modern day Peter Weller with the way he looks.
Damn.
You put him in the RoboCop suit without the visor, and you've got all the grossness and like the mechanical parts.
Dude.
Walton Goggins would, and his teeth, they look like they've been placed in there because they have.
Yeah, no, I know, but I love his teeth.
He would make a perfect modern day interpretation of Alex Murphy of a direct sequel to the original films.
All right, we need to start writing these ones down, a la Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah,
Ray Fiennes. Sorry,
Ray Fiennes.
Ralph. Yeah, but
is it?
I swear people say Ray Fiennes.
People say Rafe.
Yeah,
I hear Rafe.
And
I go Ralph because it's spelt like Ralph.
No, that's just the Aussie in you.
Is it? So is it Rafe?
Do you want some in you?
Oh, I'll give it. Yeah, I'll take some. Anyway, that's been Trailer Park. We've got Chaos Walking Blur. One Night in Miami looks pretty good. Pieces of Woman looks pretty devastating. We've got Tom and Jerry looks amazing.
Yes.
And then Breach looks terrible. Yeah. The final one that's a new trailer that we kind of got this week is Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I'm sorry.
It's the same trailer, but they've just included a little bit more.
Exactly. And after my incredible fucking Trailer Park review of that one last time, when I just literally described what I saw and I had no idea what the fuck it was, I'm not going to try and top that.
That's totally fine. You don't have to because it is exactly the same.
There you go.
It's just a few more little things sprinkled in there, and there was like an hour-long video on YouTube of Zack Snyder just like live streaming him picking it to pieces, explaining his thoughts behind it. I didn't watch it. I watched like 15 minutes. I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, but why do that? It's your movie, dude. Yeah, why are you picking it apart? Don't spoil it.
Just let it come out.
Yeah. But anyway,
it's time to sing some songs, I guess.
Oh, yay.
That's loud.
It's time for Ya So Pass Excited or Blinded.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Ya So Pass Excited or Blinded. Now, this is one of our favourite segments of the week where we preview the films coming to theatres around us locally.
Yes.
But make sure you check your local guidances.
That's
wherever
like your
you
favorite
are.
string of words,
I fucking love it so much. Yes, check your local guidances wherever you are in the world and see what's coming to cinemas near you, if cinemas are open, if not, soz. But anyway, all right, so November 26th for us. Today, release date of the podcast.
Yay.
Let us go through the list and pick one for our YouTube review segment, which we have DTCR. All right, so first one, Let Him Go. Let him go. That's right. We have Dances with Wolves, Kevin Costner. Is it Kevin Costner?
Yes.
Oh, thank fuck. I just had a fucking heart attack where I was like, and Diane Lane, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Teaming up for this film about a couple of oldies who want their grandson back.
Yeah, from an abusive
person.
Done it. Oh my God. Yeah.
Exactly. So we reviewed this for Trailer Park probably about a month or so ago.
Yeah, Mama and Papa Kent are back to retrieve a child of some sort.
Exactly, because their daughter's husband dies, but the daughter is kind of stuck in the husband's or the widow, the dead dude's family. And so their grandson is stuck there too.
She remarries.
No.
Isn't that she remarries?
No, but that kid's that her partner's dead now. But she's stuck because the kid is like, he's our grandson.
I thought she remarried, and the new family that she married into.
No,
is like
I don't
a piece
think
of
so.
shit.
I think she married into that family. The dude dies,
Yeah,
and they're like,
that's-
"Oh, cool, we get our daughter back because she's been stuck with these people." And then they go, and then she goes, "I can't come home. I can't come home. They'll hurt me."
Yeah.
and they want their grandkid.
Anyway,
And then Diane gets slapped.
I saw the trailer again for this
In the
today,
cinemas, yep.
and I was like, "Oh man, I forgot about this."
Yeah.
I'm so keen.
Yeah.
I know we've got another choice on here.
Yes, we fucking do.
I think we've got two other choices, to be perfectly honest.
Honestly, dude. Wait.
We'll go through it.
I'm just trying to remember. I can't remember what
we
the second
reviewed
one
one
is.
of these for Trailer Park last week.
No. Oh, yeah, no, I know. Yeah, no, there's definitely at least two other ones we're going to have to discuss hardcore, but
Yeah.
I can't remember what the other one is.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Let Him Go.
Oh, yeah, no, the second one. Ugh.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah, sorry.
The last two.
Let Him Go. Okay, I'm not going to give... there would honestly be 3 exciteds this week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give this one a hard yas.
A hard yas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this an excited because I watched the trailer and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
So I literally went,
You look like a fucking dolphin. All right, cool. So that's cool.
not a goat?
No, no, I know. Yeah, apparently that's a dolphin.
Yeah.
But anyway, second trailer this week is a Blighted.
Yes, moving
It's
on.
Misbehavior with Keira Knightley and Greg
Kinnear.
Kinnear, and it's about Miss World pageant, and ladies get up and yell and go, "Oh, so we like our babies."
Yeah.
and
I've seen the trailer for this movie
Oh.
so much,
I know.
and I'm
No.
still not keen on it.
No.
Listen, as we said earlier, it's not our demographic.
No, but exactly.
I'm not in support of the idea of pageants. I think they're
No,
fucking
no.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I don't need to go a movie from the perspective of women in that time period complaining about it. Like,
yeah, and no, that's literally it though. And
if I have to be honest.
and in the trailer, you see the fucking crescendo of this film, and it's them yelling and disturbing a pageant.
Yeah.
and then I assume getting escorted out nicely and told
Maybe.
not to come back.
Possibly.
Yeah, but either way, no, Blighted. I'm sorry. I like
I'm not
Keira
interested.
Knightley. I like Greg Kinnear, but I don't like this movie.
Yeah.
So-
But looking at the next one,
Yes. Now the next one, very
interesting.
much so, very fresh in our minds because it was Trailer Park last week, where we thought we weren't going to get it because it is a Hulu original film.
Yep.
I believe, and we get it in cinemas this week with Kristen Stewart, and it is Happier Season about some lesbians going to visit family on Christmas,
that's right.
and there's secrets.
That's right. Kirsten Stewart and Mackenzie Davis. With Alison Brie as well.
Yes,
And Aubrey Plaza.
Love myself some Alison Brie.
Dan Levy as well.
That's right.
We reviewed
Fantastic.
the trailer for this.
The trailer.
The for trailer, yes, of course.
Yeah.
We reviewed the
Close
for trailer
cousin
for
of the
this.
Fakasha.
The Afakasha. We reviewed the for trailer for this, and I'm deliberately doing it now. by
I
the way.
know.
Okay.
I'm watching.
And it looks fucking awesome.
Yes.
This is a romantic comedy-esque drama film set around the terrifying idea
Yeah.
of revealing your hidden lesbian relationship
Yeah.
to your family
They're a little bit
around
uppity.
around Chris, who are a bit snobby, or who they think is, they're probably not when they get to
Oh,
it.
it's going to be a happy ending. Come
Yeah,
on.
but when they surrounding the Christmas period, of course, so they're meeting everybody for the first time. It's all happy go, experiences,
yeah.
and continuing the string of Christmas movies. It also, like as we said, like the actors involved, the relationship between Kristen Stewart and Mackenzie Davis,
Yeah.
both phenomenal actors in their
Oh,
own
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I think this film is going to be magnificent, and
Yes.
I definitely do want to check this one out. So this
Yeah.
is also a hard yas.
Yes, exactly. This is a hard yas for me as well because there are 3 on this list this week. We don't normally get spoiled like this.
I
but we're
know.
going to.
I don't like being spoiled by this because then we kind of agree.
I know we're gonna have to. We're gonna be pleased
Fight
but
to the
upset
death.
without us. All right, so there we go. Another couple of hard yasses there. Coming down to the final one this week, which is the one that I'm leaning towards. I'm leaning towards this one because it's a little bit left field. But Possessor, Possessor, we reviewed for Trailer Park probably about 2 months ago now.
We did, and I don't quite remember it as much, but Brandon Cronenberg.
Yes, exactly. Son of David Cronenberg.
Yeah.
Now, Possessor was about a hit woman, but she's not really a hit woman because she implants herself in the brains of other bodies to do the hits.
Yes.
And then she goes home and be's a family woman. But one of the hits goes through. Yeah, this is how she goes home. She's like, I'm walking home.
She gets her
I
fucking
just killed somebody.
her what are they called, suitcase for the
Yeah,
day, and her
yeah,
top hat, and
exactly,
she's dancing
that's
down
right.
the street with a cane.
Exactly, that's
She's
right.
got to check the watch.
I made 3 people die today, and now I'm gonna go home and have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so she's just a regular looking run-of-the-mill woman who, like, hooks herself up to these things and stuff and then gets sent on these missions implanted in other people's brains to perform hits. One of the hits goes wrong and that dude comes fucking hunting her.
Yeah.
And so she's just this mild-mannered family woman who's actually a fucking brutal hit woman.
Yeah. Now, if money wasn't an option, we would see Let Him Go, Happiest Season, and Possessor, and not Misbehavior.
Of course.
But they all look magnificent, and I think Possessor is probably going to be the least popular film out of the 3 this week.
that's one of the reasons I'm leaning towards it, man.
If I'm lucky enough, I might be able to convince Taylor to go, hey, what about a happy Christmas movie? And then she'll probably look at Possessor and go, that looks fucking cool. So, what are we going to do here, man? This is obviously a hard yas.
Oh, yeah. We've got 3 basically exact same level playing field, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So Let Him Go does look fun.
Yeah.
It does look good. But you do have some names in that. Like, you do have it, like, you know...
It'll come out on a streaming service relatively soon, and we'll be able to watch it
That's
at
exactly
home.
right. Happier season. We may not get the chance to see it again, but I'm just not there to see another Christmas movie just yet in cinemas. Like, I want to see this movie.
Yep.
Next week, there's lesser options. Maybe we'll choose that then. But Possessor...
We are fans of the unique film experiences.
Exactly. And Possessor, I've already looked it up. There's like 3 sessions a day. Only Glendale. No Katara, no Tuggerah. Okay. And there's only like night sessions for Friday and Saturday. Sunday, there's only afternoons, you know. Like Friday, there's only afternoons. Like midweek, there's only like 2 sets. Like, you know.
Yep.
It's a bit more niche. And I feel like that's what we like with our reviews.
Yes,
like, go back and have a look at like The Vigil. You know, like things like that.
Great.
You know, like that's what I mean. I feel like Possessor suits our style.
Okay.
And I remember the trailer, and it does look like a pretty fucking good time.
Fucking sick.
And there's some graphics that I've seen, some images from the set that look creepy as fuck.
And the poster itself makes it look like a horror movie when essentially it's probably not.
No, I think it's more of a thriller.
Yeah. But in saying that too, I remember watching this trailer and being jazzed for the whole... as I said earlier in this episode, the idea of like the hitman kind of stories, like, you know, the hitman for hire, whether it's 007 through the government or or you just dropped a vape if anybody wants to know what that was to explain my stupid
was that your toe?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I was
want
just
to play footsies?
with the table with a bit of pud. So it was the idea of this like hit woman in this science fiction futuristic setting, which I haven't seen before.
Yeah,
so
it's an interesting
it's
take.
a unique take on the idea of performing hits with this very regular woman, implanting her subconscious or her consciousness into the minds of other people to do them, so that way she gets away with it, but it all goes wrong. So I think that'll be our review for next week. If you're keen on Possessor,
as well. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
All right, so we have picked. It is
Possessor. That's right. So we've had Let Him Go, Misbehavior, Happier Seasons, Possessor. Let us know in the comments, wherever they may be on the platform that you're watching or listening this on, and which one you're seeing this weekend, if you do get the chance. But yes, for next week's YouTube review,
very excited.
We will be looking at the film Possessor.
Yeah, I couldn't be more excited for this one. This is exactly what we fucking love in these things.
For sure.
So yeah, absolutely, man.
Cool. You've got some recommendations that are making me thirsty?
Yeah, do you have a spare minute, or should I, charge my laptop from home?
Oh, is it dead?
Yeah, this fucking laptop, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so go.
Do you want to read them out for me?
I'll read them out for you.
What do I want people to watch on Netflix this week?
Okay.
Wait, sing it for me, Dylan.
If you're thirsty for a recommendation, may I suggest taking a drink from the streaming
service?
No, wasn't it streaming service?
There you go. See, exactly.
Topic. Anyway,
you did that so well, Dylan.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. All right.
Yes.
So Netflix, what did I have?
Auntie Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun.
Yes. As we both discussed, we both watched it all last week and that. So, of course, it's natural for me the next week to say, fucking watch it if you haven't yet.
Yes.
Auntie Donna's Big Old House of Fun on Netflix. Fucking fantastic Australian comedy.
That's right.
All right.
Next is Stan, The Birds.
The Birds, a Hitchcock classic.
Yes.
Absolutely love that film. Just watch it for the terrible fucking 1960s animations, but... it's fucking thrilling. It's a movie about birds.
Yeah.
And it's thrilling.
And he makes it work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's great.
Amazon Prime.
yes.
The Thin Blue Line.
Yes, The Thin Blue Line. Rowan Atkinson again coming
Yes.
through strong. 90s British sitcom that lasted 2 seasons, as British sitcoms do.
Yep.
And it's fucking hilarious. I absolutely love it. And if you've ever heard me in my personal life say hoity-toity, it's from that.
Very good.
All right.
Shudder, Let the Right One In.
Yes, Let the Right One In. The Swedish original to Let Me In.
Yeah.
The film starring, was it Chloe Grace Moretz? No, which one am I thinking? Was it her? I think so.
Let Me In.
Yeah, Let Me In. The vampire. She plays a vampire, and yeah, exactly. But either way, it's a Swedish foreign horror film. It's fucking fantastic. It is so good.
Let Me In, directed by Matt Reeves.
Yes, it is.
Yes, Chloe
Grace Moretz. Yes, it's fantastic. I was totally right.
Mortez, as he used to call her.
Marie. Shut up.
Anyway,
Yes.
and there's nothing on... Oh, Disney Plus, if you're into The Mandalorian Season 2, that's about it.
And that's why you don't
But
recommend
that's-
things on streaming services.
I haven't actually got it again. I'm just going to wait. That has been our show, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to wrap it up for this episode this week. Thank you, everybody.
Put a bow on this bitch.
Yeah, for sure. Let's wrap it up nice and tight. Dylan, wow. I read my name.
Exactly.
Because that's first on the list.
Exactly.
Losing my mind here.
Let's compare professionalism here as my laptop is dead.
Okay.
Hit him with him.
Dylan. I know. I read the word.
I know what you did. Exactly.
Facebook and Instagram at 2C3pod. You can certainly find us over there. Stop laughing.
You're just so cute.
It's hot in this room and you go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I know.
Yeah.
I know what's going on.
Yeah.
You've actually said the line?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mitchell. Wherever you're listening to us, thank you for listening on your preferred platform. Make sure it is your preferred platform, as we're available on all podcast platforms. Just search 2C3pod wherever you find us. Hey, but we have a cliche slogan. Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course Mitchell.
Big summer blowout. You can certainly support the show as well by heading over to tpublic.com.
Carry on. It's a
Every-
podcast.
No,
you talk. They can't see you.
Every time you do what you're doing, I think, oh, you've forgotten to say something you wanted to mention earlier.
No.
Okay, he's trying to find the notes on his phone.
Yes.
You can support the show as well by heading over to tpublic.com and or redbubble.com as well. It's going to give yourself a little bit of physical merchandise if you want after this fucking train wreck of an end of an episode. But also, you can certainly join us on Patreon, where if you join a tier, you do get exclusive Patreon-only benefits, of course.
Patreon, you say? That's
right.
nutty. There's so many bonus things like episodes and stuff and automatic entry into giveaways and all that jazz. Most
right.
importantly, though,
Yeah.
get yourself a shout out.
That's right. Do you have the list there?
I do have the list there.
Okay.
That's why I freaked the fuck out.
Okay.
Anyway, we do have, of course, our hero Alice Reddit. Thank you so much. Our bloody legends, Courtney Harris, What If, Pucks and Degradation, Caesar, Dodgy Blade, and of course, Elle as well, our newest patron. Thank you so much for your continued support. We appreciate you guys greatly. And as we always say in the Patreon specials, thank you for your money.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. It's
Thank
keeping
you
the
for-
show alive. But not only that, if you want to give us more money, you can do that. PayPal, 2's3podcast at gmail.com, of course. You want to flick us maybe 10 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents.
$1 million!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All of that money comes straight back into the show. And most importantly, our giveaways, which are coming up soon. Ho, ho, happy.
Absolutely. Now, we've got a new podcast episode every week, releasing every Thursday morning, 2 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, of course. Outside of if you were able to watch this live, of course, but you definitely get to check it out on Thursday mornings. But if you're a Patreon subscriber, you get these episodes early.
That's right.
As
you
well as with
lucky-
the bonuses.
You lucky
But
fucks.
these episodes, from what you've just listened to, consist of the news, what we've watched at home, Trailer Park, Yas or Pass, and sometimes streaming services recommendations. But we've also got vids on YouTube.
Mitchell, that's right. Head on over to YouTube where you can search 2C3pod and you will find us right there with our weekly YouTube review segment, DTCR, of course, which we just picked and will be Possessor next week. So make sure to check out that one. Head on over there, subscribe, ring that bell, like all the videos, do all that jazz, and at least watch them.
Yeah, feel free to do that.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a like as well.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, watch.
What?
Watch. There's a CH on the end.
Yeah, it's 12:30.
Yeah, it is 12:30. It's time to wrap this up. You can certainly find me on
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch.
on twitch.tv/Dylan2C3pod for occasional gaming streaming, of course, and yourself.
Mitchell 2C3pod on Twitch and Instagram.
Thank you for tuning in. It's time to wrap this up. My name is Dylan, and always with my co-host.
Yeah. Mitch. Yeah, we're his company.
And you are the podcast!
Crazy. Fucking good one. Alright. Not even. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get it wrong.
Thank you, everybody who's tuned in and somehow put up with the entire episode leading up until this point.
How?
Yeah.
I don't.
What's wrong with you? Yeah, we don't. We checked out an hour ago. Anyway, it's time for movie trivia. We're leading up to the end of the year. Whoever wins does shout the other person a full expenses paid trip to the gold class cinema experience for whatever the movie is.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So far, you're trailing in the lead by 1 point.
Yeah, trailing in the lead. I've never done that before. All right. Yes.
Alrighty.
All right. Can I continue it?
Let's see if you can. In Apocalypse Now.
Oh no.
No? Okay.
It's been a while.
In Apocalypse No. What did Lieutenant Colonel Bill Kilgore famously quote?
Oh, fuck off. All right. Can we pause that and I'll do yours
Okay,
and just
yep.
let me think about it? What's the answer to my question, Dylan? You cunt. Sorry. All right. What was the name of the mouse in the Green Mile?
Oh.
Mr. Jingles?
we've
Mr.
got-
Jangles? Mr. Biggies? Biggles. Sorry.
Jangles, Jingles, or Biggies?
Yes. Biggles. They're all ulls.
Jangles?
It's Jingles. Oh, okay.
That's a movie I've been meaning to catch up on. What a great movie. All right, can you get this? In Apocalypse
It's
Now...
a famous fucking quote.
It is.
Right?
What did Lieutenant Colonel Bill Kilgore famously quote?
Oh my god.
No reading the chat.
No. I'm looking straight ahead.
You're going to fucking hate yourself when I reveal
I
it
know.
to you.
I know. So I'm just gonna say Stella.
Adrian. Okay. Are you ready to hate yourself?
Yeah.
Even more so?
Yeah.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Oh, of course. Exactly. How do I hate myself more? We just found out.
Thank you for sticking around for this fucking train wreck of an end of a podcast. We will see you next week, fresh and ready to go for the first half an hour. And then after that, as usual, we'll lose our minds.
Choo-choo! Oh, the boy! You said train. You're still recording. I'm still recording. Oh, shit! You gotta go. There's our ending, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, fucking hell.
All right.
They must see this every week
How does...
of our decline in mental state.
I don't fucking know how I do it.
It's 12:30.
Yeah.
Imagine being a radio host, but I suppose they've got gaps where they can
but
relax.
they're also they also get paid.
And have coffee like consistently. Yeah.
Exactly, and I would happily do that.
Yes.
So any
Jesus
radio
Christ.
producers out there,
Yeah, you want to hit us up?
I don't even know if I'll be able to stick around for the fucking chat roll through.
That's cool, man.
There's
You
a
got to get
lot
out
of
of here.
it.
There is a lot of here. I'm scrolling up. All right. Let's have a look. See. So we've got some. Well, a lot on. Hold on. Here we go. Wow, we've got so much.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think I'm gonna have to head.
All right, I'm going to have a quick scroll. We've got so much. For those joining the podcast, wow, Elle's got some. For those who joined the podcast, welcome.
Podcast.
Hello, welcome. Be sure to stay tuned for the whole podcast. Dylan and Mitchell will be sure to acknowledge the chat at the end. Be sure if you do say, bloody hell, she's gone all out. Holy shit, hold on. Siege is gifting subs to people.
What? Nutty.
Siege can't wait to carry Dylan Fortnite. Got a 16 elimination win the other day. Ooh, very good. I won't be playing it. I believe so, but I think if we get 500s in donations, he should do it. What's this? He would have to get a tattoo either way. Who? I don't know. I'm just going to scroll through this and I'm just watching your face pop up on here.
Oh.
Wow, there's so much here to get through.
Yeah.
And now I can't scroll any further than that, and I'm not sure how long ago that was.
Oh, you need to figure out a... Surely there's a better system.
This is on Twitch. I'm looking at it from Twitch.
Is Mixer a thing?
No. Anyway.
Yeah. Alright, well, you have fun with that, okay?
Yes, I'll certainly be sifting through all this.
Yeah.
Alright, we've got another one. Hold on. Who would win in a fight? Dylan, Mitch, I believe, won that one. Who is better? Mod, I won that one. Will Mitch win enough? Will win a crown in Fall Guys.
What did I win?
Hold on.
Wait, what the fuck was that match? What?
Should Mitch get a 2C3 pod tattoo? Yes.
Oh, Stella. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it.
A 2C3 pod tattoo.
Yeah, fucking A. What, you wouldn't?
What logo would you get?
Oh,
Your own face? That cartoon face?
No!
A big one on your back?
I want the logo. Our logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2C3 pod. I get that
All
tattoo.
green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Green and purple.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
purple.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Dylan, free to call me on Discord. I've got a little bit to go, but what shitty movie are you going to go see in Gold Class, or are you trying to wait until next year?
Oh, no, that'll be whatever movie we review that week.
Yes, for sure.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, when we run out of trivia cards.
That's right. So, yeah, whatever that'll be like the end of the year. So, whatever's out.
We both got it wrong. I've still got to leave.
It'll be Monster Hunter or I'm not seeing Monster Hunter. I really don't want to.
No, good.
Fuck that movie. Fuck that
Good.
movie.
I appreciate you not being stupid.
Yeah.
It's a nice change of place.
Grinch is probably... Natalia says The Grinch is probably my favourite Christmas movie.
Of course.
Go watch The Queen's Gambit.
Yes.
Anya, The Queen's Gambit. Yep,
Yeah,
Natalia
you sent
still.
me that review of it, like I told you.
Callan on Siege on Facebook said, "Hey everybody, come over to Twitch. We're having more fun over here."
I freaked the fuck out of that name just then.
What name?
No. You're right. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. No. I'm saying you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Anyway, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just saying. Yeah. Thanks everybody.
Bye.
Catch you later, but yeah.
We'll see you next week.